Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video like up. Port Charles is no stranger to high-stakes drama, but this week, on General Hospital, the tension rises to unbearable levels. What begins as a simmering undercurrent of mistrust explodes into a raw and violent confrontation, echoing with one chilling accusation. "Why the hell did you do that to my son?" Those words, shouted in anguish, ripple through the community, leaving secrets exposed and families shattered. Let's break down this heart-pounding arc, unpack the emotional layers behind this explosive moment, and explore what it means for the future of some of GH's most beloved characters. A storm brewing, warning signs and tension in the air. The seeds of disaster were planted long before the words were spoken. In recent episodes, fans watched tensions mount between Sonny Corinthos and several key players in Port Charles, particularly over decisions that placed loved ones in jeopardy. Sonny's fragile emotional control has been tested ever since the walls began closing in around him. His complicated relationship with his children, especially Michael, Dante, and Kristina, has been strained. And now, a betrayal involving one of his sons sets him off in a way we haven't seen in years. The question is simple, the pain is not, "Why the hell did you do that to my son?" The target of Sonny's fury. That's where the drama unfolds like wildfire. To understand the emotional weight of this moment, we have to rewind just a few days. Michael Corinthos has been dancing with danger, tiptoeing around both his father and the mob world that Sonny commands. Trying to keep his family safe while juggling ELQ responsibilities has left him vulnerable. That vulnerability was exploited brutally. Enter Valentin. Cassadine's been operating in the shadows, pushing for a major power move in Port Charles. But it wasn't just business. Sources indicate that Valentin deliberately manipulated a situation that left Michael physically endangered, possibly during a setup connected to pikemen or a mob-related shipment. Whether Valentin's move was calculated, strategy, or reckless ambition, the consequences were severe. Michael was hospitalized after an ambush he never saw coming. Sonny's wrath unleashed when Sonny finds out. His reaction is nuclear. The spoiler video teases a scene filled with rage. Sonny storms into a quiet room, corners Valentin, and bellows, "Why the hell did you do that to my son?" The intensity on Maurice Bernard's face is raw. Sonny isn't just angry, he's devastated, haunted by his own failures as a father. He now sees Michael lying in a hospital bed because of someone else's greed. This isn't mob justice, this is a father's heartbreak turned lethal. The fallout. Port Charles reacts. The ripple effect is massive. Carly's reaction is gut-wrenching. She blames herself for letting Michael get too involved with Sonny's world again. She confronts Sonny and pleads with him not to retaliate violently. "Don't let our son's pain create more blood." But Sonny's too far gone. Carly's fears mount as she realizes what Sonny might do next. Willow is a wreck. Having barely survived leukemia, her fragile peace is shattered once more. Seeing Michael unconscious reignites every fear she's fought so hard to suppress. She turns her grief into resolve, begging the hospital staff to save the man she loves. Nina watches the chaos unfold with silent guilt. She's been trying to rebuild bridges with Sonny, but this eruption pulls him even further away. Privately, she wonders if she should tell Sonny about a recent conversation she overheard, one that implicates someone close to her in the setup. Drew steps in as a steady presence for Willow and Scout, but he also begins digging for the truth. And he doesn't like what he's uncovering. Drew begins suspecting that Valentin might not have acted alone. He quietly starts pulling strings behind the scenes. The mystery widens. Who was the real target? What if Michael wasn't the actual target? GH fans are buzzing with a new theory. The ambush was meant for Dante. The evidence. Dante was scheduled to be at the location of the attack. A last-minute change sent Michael instead. If true, this raises even more troubling questions. Was someone trying to send Sonny a message through his cop son? Was this an inside job? Could pikemen be turning on Sonny? These questions leave Sonny teetering between logic and fury. The line between father and Dawn is blurring fast. A warning from Jason Morgan. Jason, ever the voice of reason in Sonny's storm, confronts him privately. The conversation is terse but emotional. "You go down this path, you don't come back. And your son still ends up broken." Jason urges Sonny to let him handle it, to investigate first, act second. But it's unclear whether Sonny will listen. The image of his wounded child burns too brightly. Ava's secrets and Spencer's suspicions. Meanwhile, Ava Jerome is sitting on a piece of the puzzle. She's been cozying up to Valentin for weeks, working angles that benefit her. But now, she realizes, one of those deals might have indirectly led to Michael's ambush. Spencer Cassadine, suspicious of Valentin's erratic behavior, starts snooping around. What he finds could put both Ava and Valentin in the crosshairs. The confrontation. That changes everything back to the scene teased in the spoiler video. Sonny and Valentin face off in a brutal exchange. Valentin denies everything at first, but then he says just enough to hint that he knew something bad might happen. That's all Sonny needs. You knew. You knew it could go sideways, and you still let it happen. The camera cuts to Sonny's shaking hands, his voice low and dangerous. You don't touch my family, ever. Whether Sonny pulls the trigger or walks away remains to be seen, but the implication is clear. Someone will pay, dearly, as the dust settles from this explosive confrontation. No one in Port Charles will remain untouched. The phrase "why the hell did you do that to my son?" isn't just a moment of anger, a spotlight on what General Hospital does best, exploring the fragile, explosive connections between family, power, and betrayal. Every character in this storyline is caught in a web of loyalty and secrets. Some are trying to do right, others are protecting themselves, but as Sonny's fury ignites a new war, the line between hero and villain becomes increasingly blurred. This isn't just a confrontation, it's a turning point, one that could reshape families, tear apart alliances, and light the fuse on the next GH catastrophe.